For the bomb specific settings, if you go to bomb settings here, and we'll just walk our way through each of these. The settings on this one, so if we say override animation, we're saying that we may have a short animation, but we want to have a longer time delay for it. Then you can actually override it this way. We're going to say that it takes 0.2 of a second, so we'll just go for 2 right here. The bomb ignite on the loop, we have our bomb ignite right there. You have an audio file if you want to play with it, and that might be like a sizzing sound or something. Alright, the bomb attractor, this would be, if it actually has one, then you can actually have it playing a loop, so that if it was chasing you, then you could just have it where it's constantly playing that animation for it. And it's only going to play this when it's actually being attracted to you, if those are set up for it. Alright, so that's going to be the bomb settings. So let's go ahead and go to our bomb scale now. The bomb scale is saying that if you want it to be larger as it's actually counting, we'll set it up larger just so you can see it in terms of visually seeing it actually happen. But the scale on ignite means that when you get within the trigger range, then the bomb is actually going to start scaling upwards. Alright. If we were going to use the bomb attractor settings in a range, we're actually going to disable it for this one. But if you were going to use it, then you would enable this. Then you have the options to say, do you want it to be a constant follow, meaning that once it starts to follow, it's just going to be following you. Then you have an option, meaning that even if you get out of the trigger range, it's still going to follow. The look at target means that it's going to rotate as it looks at you. It won't be just staying on the, it won't stay just on the XY at a 90 angle, or I guess it'd be a 0 angle on it. You have the speed. How quick does it start to get to you? The turn speed, how quick does it turn back around? The rotate speed, if you have the look at target set for it. Alright, you can also do a lock X and Y. And the lock X and Y is basically saying you can do it where it only moves left and right. It doesn't move up and down. And then you have the range, which is basically like the trigger system. You just identify how big you want it to be. Alright, we have our bomb effect right here. And the effect is just going to be using the animation, so we'll say bomb explode. This will be a separate image that gets played. We're going to loop it one time through. The duration for it and things, we're going to leave actually just to play the length of the animation only. We'll go ahead and parent it to the object itself, so if it does move around, it's going to stay with it. We have a position, which is saying that the offset is going to be in front. We'll move it just a little bit more here. We're going to make sure that the explosion stays well in front of everything else. You have the scale from and scale to, so it's going to start the same size, but we're going to end it twice as big. Alright, and then color and setup here, this all works the same, so this should be fine. Alright, and then last thing we're going to do is take a look at the bomb camera shake, so that we can shake the camera if we actually have it happen. Default settings should be fine for the shake. If you get it and you're like, well, you want it to be extreme, then you can actually increase the shake distance and number of shakes to have it happen. Alright, so that is the basic setup for the bomb. This gives us all of our parts and pieces, and it should allow you to have a nice system so that when you get close to it, you'll see the effect happen. The last part that we want to do is that the bomb itself, in terms of collider, the collision, we're actually going to change it so that it is smaller. I'm going to turn off the snap to. What you can do though, here we'll do a snap to and just increase it. I'm going to make this a square, but I'm actually just going to make it a smaller square like this. There we go. And this way, if you actually do jump onto it or you get close to it, you'll feel like you're getting a little bit closer to the actual object versus the full square that goes around it.